Well, I've been on 100 servers, played 1,000 maps, met commanders full of thunder who couldn't read a trap. But there was one man rolling through the dust and diesel smoke who tapped the truth so hard it damn near made the server choke. They called him heir apparent, said he talked too long, said his paragraphs were trouble and his attitude was wrong. But I've been around long enough to know the truth from noise, and that man was the signal in a server full of boys.
Some men are too real for the room they're standing in.
Some truths hit harder than the rules they're living in. He's an outlaw in the command check, too honest for the feed. 500 levels of hard-won truth that nobody wants to read. He ain't pretty, he ain't polished, he don't smile for the crowd, but every word that man ever types rang true and rang loud. The paragraph outlaw rode off into the band. Now the night that finally banned him, the server didn't make a sound, like a roadhouse when the best musician finally puts his guitar down. Everybody kinda looked around, nobody filled the space. You don't know what a man is worth till someone takes his place. Supply trucks in a ditch somewhere, garrison's gone cold, commanders calling audibles that Patton would have never told. And somewhere out in band heaven, dusty boots up on a rail, the paragraph outlaw sipping whiskey, reading his own tale.
Some men are too real for the room they're standing in.
Some truths hit harder than the rules they're living in.
He's an outlaw in the command chat,
too honest for the feed. 500 levels of hard-won truth that nobody wants to read. He ain't pretty, he ain't polished, he don't smile for the crowd, but every word that man ever typed rang true and rang loud. The paragraph outlaw rode off into the band. Now I ain't here to second guess the sheriff's call. Every roadhouse got its rules and I respect them all, but there's a difference between trouble and a man who just cuts deep, between a drunk who starts a fire and a man who lost his sleep, trying to get a ragtag outfit to hold a single line. Heir apparent wasn't the problem, friend, he was just ahead of his time. Well, Waylon got banned from the Grand Ole Opry stage. Willie got his master stolen in a fit of rage. Outlaw always pays a price for telling it straight. Guess heir apparent joined that club, just had to wait. They can ban the man, but Lord, they can't ban what he knew. Can't untype the paragraphs or pretend they weren't true. Somewhere on that server, in the log nobody reads, there's 500 levels of gospel. Just plant those seeds. He's an outlaw in the command chat, too honest for the feed. 500 levels of hard-won truth that nobody wanted to read. He wasn't pretty, wasn't polished, didn't smile for the crowd, but every word that man ever typed true. And rain, the paragraph outlaw.
We miss him round here.
Paragraph outlaw.
Tip your hat.
Ride easy, paragraph man.
Ride easy.
We read your paragraph, man.
Eventually.
New kid spawns and he's gone, sprinting for the kills, thinking this is Call of Duty, pressing W. Error parent typed it clear before the boots hit ground. Hold the line, build a garrison, don't go running around. He don't want your 40 kills, he don't care about your score. He just wants somebody to defend the door. Defend the play, baby.
Defend the play.
Hold the line, hold the hinge. That's the only way. Error parent said it.
10,000 games deep.
You want the win, you gotta earn it.
Defend to play.
Commander hopped off the chair, jumped on the arty gun. Bombed his own airhead spawn. Lord, what has he done? Scouts took the back line garrison. Nobody held the flank. 5-0, 15 minutes, and they got the man to thank. Ooh, he don't want your 40 kills. He don't care about your score. He just wants somebody to defend the door. Defend the play, baby.
Defend the play.
Hold the line, hold the hinge. That's the only way. Error parent said it.
10,000 games deep.
You want the win, you gotta earn it.
Defend to play.
Oh, you can scream for Hot Dog 7 all night long, but without Error parent, your sugar 5-0's gone. He typed it in the command chat, plain as it could be. Defend the play, soldier, or don't play with me.
Defend to play.
Defend to play. Defend to play, baby.
Defend to play.
From Saucy Muffin to Pathfinders, hear the legends say 82nd and Hot Dog 7, circle on repeat. You want the win, you gotta earn it. Defend to play. Defend to play. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold the line, baby. Defend to play.
Hello everyone. Welcome to a new cast. We're gonna have today Pathfinders versus a combination of HTD and War as an alliance. And we just had a few minutes ago the Wheel of Death, as some people call it, where the map it's randomized. So if we transition here, we're gonna see today we got, once again, because earlier today we already got Foy. So this is going to be the second time today that this tournament is going to see, of all the maps in the wheel, Foy Knight. And Pathfinders, which is the first team numbered here in the channel, is going to be Axis, which means that that's what I changed at the beginning when I started the stream. We're going to have Pathfinders as Axis, and the midpoint is going to be Southern Edge, which is going to be the center of the map. This is exactly the same map and point we had earlier with Fist versus Climbers United, CU. So we're gonna do a little pre-game checkup here. Earlier today, we in the top division we saw a 3-2 victory for Climbers United versus Fist. Earlier today we had Circle versus Chimera in this challenging group, which is the second division in this HCA no prep. And the victory for Chimera, very nice match, very surprising victory, 3-2 for them. And we had a 5-0 for 82nd AD, which was a forfeit. Fortunately, Syndicate withdrew from the tournament. So we are here in the lower section of the week 1 with PF versus HTD War. The rules for this tournament are as we had it last time with HCA. We're going to have artillery. We're going to have the Panther available. And we're going to have, as always, protected artillery, protected nodes, and certain tweaks in the rules about not allowing the satchels to go on vehicles in HQ. Also, the teams cannot put the nodes or the artillery right next to where the vehicles spawn, because those vehicles can be killed, but not with satchels. So it can be killed with other tanks. Let's say you're 4-1 and you're pressing the enemy on the last point. Those vehicles are fair game. So we're going to see in a few minutes, probably 16 minutes from now, the beginning of the game. I'm going to be casting from HTD War side. That means from the allies, which are favored for this Southern Edge point. At least they're favored for the initial cap. We saw earlier today in the Climbers United match as Axis that they went right away on the opener for a recap instead of for a full contestation of the point, and it worked for them. The point flipped more than 6 times or 7 times. I lost count in that match. So this means that it's such an open midpoint that despite being favored in terms of houses and cover for approaching and trees, Hardcap at least is favored to be going in Allies' favor at the beginning. Axis the Axis teams will have a very good enveloping chance to envelop from the east, from the west, and directly front door. A lot of tree lines, a lot of buildings, a lot of trenches that they can use to contain the allies in the middle and play for the recap once 1 or 2 tanks are destroyed and there's a little armor imbalance in their favor. So we're in for a very entertaining match, a very even match. Hopefully, we're gonna see if PF as Axis with no prep, because they just learned about the map and the point and the factions to each side like 15 minutes ago. Let's see which of these two teams can bring in as much knowledge and prior experience to the game and to the point. I know from personal experience that some of the tankers in PF have played Foy many, many times. So I haven't checked the rosters. I don't know who's playing for each team. But this is a tankers map by, by popular acclaim. This is an MG map as well. I cast last week. I casted the Botton's Victory 3-2 versus ESPT for another tournament for Hold the Line. So we continue with the Foy themed weeks. I will leave you with some more bangers that a friend of mine, shout out to, or Neil Diamond, or has many names, Jason Bourne or whatever the nickname he wants to use. I appreciate he let me use this AI songs about Heir Apparent for the 30 minutes of wait. I hope you have fun listening to them. I'm gonna leave you with a few more before I come back with the game. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Nobody told you how to hold the hinge. Nobody showed you where the garrison goes. He just pulled up command chat and typed everything you need to know. 5 paragraphs deep before the first spawn. Supply routes, front door, eastern wood. Scroll back up when the sector falls, and you'll find he said it would.
You got a field manual, soldier.
If you just read the thing,
You got a field manual, soldier.
every word a lifeline stream.
He ain't angry, he ain't cruel.
He's just trying to help you win.
You got a field manual, written just for you. New players losing their minds in chat, calling him every name they know. Meanwhile, the paragraph man just types it again, longer this time, nice and slow. Squad lead pushed without a garrison. Scouts hit the back line from behind. He already wrote the answer, 3 paragraphs back in the command line. You got a field manual, soldier.
If you just read the thing,
You got a field manual, soldier.
every word a lifeline string.
He ain't angry, he ain't cruel.
He's just trying to help you win.
You got a field manual, written just for you.
Since 2019, he's been writing it down.
Map by map, server by server, town by town.
10,000 games in his hands like a gift.
And all he ever asked
Was for the team to shift.
just hold the door,
Just build the garrison right.
just read the paragraph.
Just one time tonight.
You got a field manual, soldier.
Written in command chat.
You got a field manual, soldier.
And he meant every word of that. From saucy muffin to Glow's battleground.
Garrisons and whiskey, 2 for tea and country.
Every server
Got the field manual.
Did anybody read it though?
Did anybody read it?
Just read the paragraph. He already told you.
Yeah. Field manual.
Tuesday morning, logged into the server. Something felt different, something felt wrong. Checked the command chat, cold and empty. The paragraph man, he's gone. He's gone, he's gone. Nobody held the front door, nobody held the hinge. The garrison's wide open in a field somewhere, and we fell every inch. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, the air has lost its glow. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, the server just don't know which way to go, which way to go. The air has lost its glow. Ooh. Commander dropped the bomb and run on his own command post, baby. Got auto kicked that minute for. Server said, oh maybe, oh maybe, oh maybe, oh maybe. Ooh. SL built a garrison wide open in a field, locked before the first squad spawned. No ground left to yield. No ground, no ground, no yield, no yield. Oh, nobody held the front door, nobody held the hinge. Half track sitting back at HQ hasn't moved a single inch. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, the air has lost its glow. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, the server just don't know which way to go, which way to go. The air has lost its glow. He used to type it out, 4 paragraphs long, paragraphs long. Nobody listened, nobody listened. Now we're singing this song, singing this song. He'd say, do you wanna play? We thought it was too much. Now we give anything, baby, just to feel that paragraph touch. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, the air has lost its glow. Oh, ever since they banned their apparent, Lord, the server just don't know which way to go, which way to go. We miss you, heir apparent, miss you so bad. Ooh, we miss you, heir apparent. Commander we had, the air has lost its glow. Ooh, come back to us. Ooh, the air has lost its glow. Ooh, its glow.
Yeah. Before the service filled up, before the blueberries came, before the new kids bought it and forgot how to play the game. He was there in early access, learning every map by hand. 10,000 games of hell let loose, and he still won't leave his stand. From saucy muffin to Grove's battleground, garrisons and whiskey for tea and country, syndicate, every server in between. The paragraph man was already get a strafing run, blueberries in the street. From saucy muffin to Glow's battleground, garrisons and whiskey for tea and country. Syndicate, every server in between. The paragraph man was already there since 2019, baby. He's been holding the line since 2019, baby. Ahead of his time. New players throwing hate all game, don't know what they're seeing. The man's a living legend since 2019. Can't even see his hours anymore. They say he's ascended. Pitter-patter said it cold and true. If this man is on the other team, the match is already ended. Triple OG left it on his page. Big Shrimp said it loud. Free air repairant made it his whole name. And that man said it proud. Since 2019. Since 2019, baby. He's been holding the line. Since 2019, baby. Ahead of his time. Glow's banned him of his tribe, but the legend kept on breathing. The man's a living legend since 2019. Since 2019, still holding the line. Since 2019.
A mirror peering through the fog of war, I stood so tall. Comings like thunder, my voice would call. I built the garrisons brick by brick, but the mutiny came like a dagger's quick flick. A leader's crown is heavy, sharp as glass. Every order weighed like a ticking hourglass. Heir apparent, rise then fall. Let the struggle bust through time. All a wise general, but they turned away. The battle raged, my kingdom in decay. 90-minute battle clock, I carved the battlescape, solid as a rock, but the voices rose, dissent grew loud. My army turned into a faceless crowd. A general's wisdom cut by their disdain. The struggle wasn't the war, it was the chain. Heir apparent, rise and fall. Let the struggle bust through it all. A wise general, but they turned away. The battle raged, my kingdom in decay.
Okay. After some bangers from from a friend who shared these songs, we are ready. We are almost with a full server. I see Pathfinders is filling the server, has 48 players. We are gonna be starting in a few minutes, probably 1-2 minutes. I think the game will start in 2 minutes regardless. That's the maximum waiting period. I'm gonna flip to the map here. It's a good opportunity for us to check the roster. Unfortunately, I don't think I ever casted any games by HTD or War, so I'm gonna be learning some of these names. I know it's a German team. I think I'm correct, but mostly are gonna be European players. Some of these names I do not recognize, but that's my fault. We see very experienced team. A lot of the players here are above 250 in level, so seems like a very experienced team. A few very high 300, 400 players. We're gonna see on Pathfinders a little bit of lower ranked players, probably more young, more inexperienced. But this is a team that is new, that has less than 2 years, I think a year and something, of existence. So they're very hardworking, a very hardworking group of people. They won Division 3 last year of HCA, and they couldn't repeat the result in HCA, no prep, and in other tournaments. We're gonna see how they deal with the Axis faction, Foy, Southern. And we have a map flip. Southern Edge, which is the midpoint. And here we go. I will be joining the artillery crew. We're gonna see Ham and one of these two. Here, I'm gonna join Ham. I'm gonna take flight. And hopefully he can kick me. There we go. You're gonna see the tappy of the nodes. Tappy. Ham. Preparing the AT gun. Let's see. No node finish yet. Usually really good teams before the minute 29 on the clock. They have all the nodes set up. Almost 5 seconds. Perfect. Look at that. 1-0 in. A little bit lazy on the munitions, but very good on manpower and fuel. Very good, I would say, given the circumstances. So we're gonna see the medium pushing from the mid. We see a Greyhound already departed with full crew. So apparently no second Stewie. I don't see a second store tank. Only, and the store has 2 people. Interesting. Whereas the Greyhound has 3. Interesting decision. I would say probably the spotter in the store is more important than the spotter in the DC, unless they have some flare from the tank prepared. I doubt it. Interesting. A second Greyhound with 2 officers in the back, so trying probably to snipe, to avoid the snipe. There's not a lot of snipes to prepare, but this is a choke point. We see the P4 manned by Doof Magoof and Dan. We played a game together yesterday, and 2 cents. Good friends of mine. We see in the Lux Dynasty with Thumper and Peddler. And do we see a Puma? Yeah. The Average Joe and Domo. Okay. We are 20 seconds to go. I don't see any infantry ready for rockets. They're gonna be riding. They're gonna be riding the trucks probably, but I don't think they have anything prepared like snipe-wise. We'll see. And here we go. We're gonna be following mid convoy here. Let's see if we hear any rocket. We see Heller here. Kellerkind. Okay. So far, very peaceful, the opener. Oh, this contingent of trucks and... Okay, nobody got hit. That was short. That was a good attempt, though. So the plan seems to be commit 2 Greyhounds to the point. Oh, 1 truck got destroyed. Let's see the kill. Yeah. They killed 3 people. And we saw this position earlier also when we saw the game in the morning by Climbers United versus Fest. And this is typical. You fall in there and you're done. Let's follow this Lux over here. This Lux has the potential to wipe both of those Greyhounds. The Lux are a little bit late, but better late than never. The medium takes a hit on the Lux. The positioning and the survivability of light tanks are going to be crucial because this point is so open that infantry will not make it to the point or survive the bombing runs and the artillery barrage. But these light tanks may. Take a quick look at the map. We see HTD War taking full control here of Dugout, and also a very nice hold here on West Bend, and a control of the point. So clearly a better opener so far for the Allies. The Lux has been destroyed. Interestingly enough, being stuck like this has allowed them to survive, ricochet some of those shots from a medium. Incredible. This tank is also in a very good depressed position. And Thumper here. Poor Thumper was thrown in the driver's seat. Okay, if you give ass to the Greyhounds, you're gonna die. Yeah, that was a poor decision by Dynasty to tell the tank to move away. I would not have... that's not what the recommended field manual will say. Give engine to the lighter tanks, to the recon tanks. Anyway, we see 60% cap progress going for the Allies. Let's check the map real quick. We see more progress on West Bend. They have erased everything but the OP. Let's see. Fluffy has an uphill battle. Let's see on the other side. A lot of progress already on battery. So let's take a quick look there, because that means that as soon as the point falls, there's going to be pressure on Flak battery from a few SLs. No, a few bazookas, 1 SL. Klinge and Dichter. I don't know the name. The full name. I don't even know if I'm saying something terrible. Sounds terrible. I would not. And he dies, takes one with him. That was a good attempt, but now he's gonna mark that Gary for sure. At least they know. Emo also, or EMD. I don't know, is Emo? EMD. EMD was also taken down. Pressure. At least 2 people are in the circle, but it's not enough. 3 people are in the circle. Really close. You have some syndicate mercs. Up in the thick Girth Brooks. No tag today. He played for ESP team. No, it wasn't him. Who was it? There was a few PF mercs yesterday. They were rocking the PF tags. I don't know what's happening. A little bit of an overreaction, no? But if half the team spawn here, we'll see. Maybe too many. Klinge has made it to the back lines. This is gonna create a lot of problems. Caveman and Klinge will have a face-off soon. We're gonna pay attention with the corner of our eyes. PF so far has updated all the OPs in the front line. So that's why I found it interesting that so many people spawned here. Medium... I don't know what they're not turning around for this. Okay, they put a Gary on the corner, on the border of the map. This is a very smart Gary, because this is an area where once SLs leak in this area, it is in the open though. I don't know about that. I probably would have put it here, no? They're getting ready for the pressure. Let's get a little bit in the thick of this. Potato put it in the OP. Girth Brooks also probably going to put the OP. Yeah. Nice spot for an MG. Anyone moves from the tree and they're gonna get spotted right away. This is the area where it pays off not to wear the snow camo, right? In the tree lines. You cosplay as a snake and as a tree. Either you crawl or you move between trees. Hurricane with snow. Very nice. But the problem is that they're behind. This is very interesting. They're all unaware that the OP by Klinge is in the back. I'm surprised they didn't see this Gary. I mean, hello, Snooze, Doggo? You have eyes? Do you have eyes? It's like, you're running in the open and you don't see this Gary in the middle of nowhere. Sticking like a sore thumb. Nobody has a bazooka in this squad. We see the bazooka here, Jotun. I mean, if they take, these people are all blind. They're all blind. Incredible misplay there by a few players that did an amazing job getting behind the enemy lines, but nobody notified that there was a Gary. Nobody even noticed the box was there. I mean, I have it, you know, I have it right in the open. The box, at least you see the box, and once you see the box, you see the Gary. Incredible. Incredible. PF survives. They cleaned the area very nicely. But the Gary that they... Okay, this tank finally turned around. The Gary went down to this pressure here. We see some tankers turned infantry. And you calling in life. Okay, now that the point is clean, this medium probably should not be there. Let's pay attention to the front line. This was pretty stable when we left it. The danger on the second point has ended. This is a very well-known spot for the Axis. Surprised they don't have the heavy. The heavy is slowly moving. We're gonna see armor fights. Gonna put the highlights. One hit on the Sherman 75. They missed the second. Yeah, they're behind the Foy tree, so this Foy tree is gonna block. Yeah, they're missing by a lot. They're shooting left. They're behind the house. Yeah, probably they don't render the house. We see the first 76 are rolling out. A little bit of a glitch there. The server is pretty stable. Nobody's above 200. So that medium is calling for reinforcements. The heavy is a little bit delayed, right? The heavy should probably be like the Tiger, 1 square away, and it's 2 squares away. But we see a collection of armor here, so this medium probably will have to ask also for reinforcements. Meanwhile, on the road on the left side, a little bit of pressure from HTD. This is normally an Axis favored flanking area. Peterman with some critical kills there. Billion gets picked up by someone. It was a doctor? The doctor not only protects life, also takes it, apparently. Insulin ban. Arthright picking an armadillo, I think. No, Arthright picking a kill. Okay, this has been progress for HTD. They wiped all the PF players except for Flynn. RDubs gets wiped. This is the RDubs from ESPT. Bellion gets picked up again. We see really better marksmanship, better shooting from HTD in this area. They're winning the gunfights overwhelmingly. That's one way to solve the issue, just bazooka them. Yeah, but they're running in the open. I don't understand the crossing without peeking. They don't peek the corners. Flynn is hiding, but he's hiding too much. You're gonna get a kill. Nice. Flynn repositioning the OP. Flynn loses the gunfight, loses the OP, and PF gets almost wiped from the area. Malo gets a nice kill, but now is 1v4, 1v5, 1v6. Malo doing an amazing job here, holding the area. Get this man a race. Okay, the insulin ban is on a roll today. It's a death doctor. Okay, PF wiped from this area, moving back to 1 square north, and it's gonna be the same pattern, but between these two buildings. Armor is putting a lot of self-cap pressure on the point. This Greyhound goes down. We still have 2 mediums and 76. This is all soft cap pressure, counterbalancing this hard cap, but we see people getting into the point back in. We see a heavy maybe it's too far south. Should be in soft cap, should be here. I mean, it's really, really south. I know it's hard to move up, but the Americans have smokes on their tanks. Smoke shells. And artillery. You smoke the road and you make progress with armor. We see that the heavy is really, really far. It should be probably with the medium. This is a problem for HTD. Not having a tank in this building is gonna reset them terribly. Because usually the heavy goes here, or at least a medium, right? There's gonna be a problem because not having 2 tanks in soft cap, only one. It's gonna be a problem when they bring one more. The adventures of Boule in the backline. I'm gonna put the highlights on armor, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to spot where they are. This tank is so funny. Sorry about that. From the beginning, he got stuck here and is almost unkillable. And any infantry can jump into this tank whenever artillery is landing and get detected. Very interesting. Okay, the pressure is counteracted pretty quickly. We see a little bit of progress here by PF. Joe Mama, Gordon, Bombay, and another name that I just couldn't pick up before he died. They have a nice OP here. As long as they have this, they can crossfire. But they're being pushed from 2 angles. This is where this medium has to... Let's see. This medium is not shooting. I don't see it shooting. This is one of the best spots in Foy. I don't know what they're doing. They're shooting here. I will be shooting at the point right here. Okay. PF trying with Flint Rider and other cells, try to come back to the spot. But now, yeah, P4 made it. It's gonna help tremendously here, yeah. Good move here. Is this Doof? This is the opener P4? Yeah, it is the opener P4. Great job by them. Wiping. It's kind of dismantled by hand. He doesn't want to share the points. For some reason. Why didn't he shoot right there? The driver got... Okay, they got killed, but they took the Gary. There's a crossfire from this sector, but that piece inside. Okay, great effort here by PF trying to recover the lost buildings. The P4 crucially helped taking the Gary down, and I don't think they have. They put it again. That fast? This is an OP. Where's the Gary? I'm blind. The next building. They put the Gary right away. It's blocked or is really red. I cannot say because... No, it's not blocked yet. But Carl Salzman has a bazooka. I don't see Fox's OP. It's in such a weird angle, that Gary, it must be blocked because they're not spawning on it, that they think they're here, right? They're shooting this area. The Gary is right there. Great job here by the war squad. They're trading buildings for buildings, right? They're trading one building for the other. Almost half an hour of match. We're gonna check. Let's check the POV from Tali's position here. Sorry, I'm trying to yeah, put the camera right on. Albert gets told to sit down. Now it will be interesting to get out of the building. Okay, that would be nice. I don't know why the buildings are not traversable. We see Lux is gonna tilt the balance. It's a conspicuous absence of what? Average Joe in the tank? Okay. Desperate times, desperate measures. There's a conspicuous absence of armor in this area, at least as Stewie. The tanks are playing very conservative for some reason. I don't understand this. This tank is in a prime position, only one tanker in. And these two tanks, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This side of the map is the prime armor area. And they're just like 3-4 squares deep. Infantry is doing all the hard work for HTD war. I don't understand where... I do not understand where the rest of the tanks are. Artillery is hitting hard this spot. But there's no real danger there. It's just a tanker. Okay, I like this. I like this a little bit more. They're gonna probably try to knock down this heavy that is coming to the best area of the map. A little bit too exposed, perhaps, but we'll see. Yeah, they're gonna see each other. Hello? It's behind the building? Wow, fully behind the building. Prime spot. They're gonna see the flash, but not be able to pen it. No progress front door for PF. We see Mayori with the smoke loadout. Hopefully, yeah, it's putting some smokes down to make some progress, but this is a butcher's house. Finally, this went back. They missed a peace strike on the Tiger. Tiger lives. And they put one round in this medium. So far, so good. The lines are pretty stable. PF pushed back once again from this little town here, south of Foy. Let's pay closer attention here. In the house. Is that a satchel? No. I thought I saw a satchel. Yeah, you wanna have elevation here. Verticality is important. Good shot by, I think it was Arthright. Back and forth, PF on this area. Still... Okay, they lost the Tiger. That was Dynasty's Tiger. Goes down to one of these tanks. Okay, it's time to put... let's put some of the stats. Half an hour passed by. So let me put the banner so we get some live stats in the bottom as well, not just the kill feed on the top right. We see some of the top fraggers. Talibroski is farming. We mentioned this before, that this is a tank map and an MG map. So Tali, Quick Killer, Mark leading the killer list. This heavy moved up to... Oh, that's very interesting development. I understand why they did that route then. Very clever. They managed to make it to... This is going to be super, super, super important. I like this move by this tank. Theoden. It's going to farm... Only Armadillo has a bazooka. The only brave soldier. Which means that this tank will never be killed, right? If you have one bazooka in Potato and Zulu are 2 SLs, this tank will survive and probably make a lot of problems here. But it needs its infantry. Where is the infantry? The Gary's still up. Zulu will get it. Zulu will get the Gary. The tank... yeah, tanks need some love from infantry. Zulu runs away. Wiped an OP. Gets taken down. The SL lives. Unfortunate for Zulu. SL lives, which means it's gonna come back up. Klinge also made it to the building. Careful with the TK's tank. Yeah, now is the battle with that Tiger in the little hill. If it goes back further, like here, it will be safe. If it stays here, it might be in danger. Yeah, if he stops here, he can farm all this infantry. He can hold it by himself. They cannot pin from the front, so... But if he keeps reversing, it will be hit. It will be hit by the Tiger. There's an open field here. We have to be very, very careful. Right here, where he's entering, that Tiger has a line. This is excessive. I mean, it's a 76 for God's sakes. It should be able to hold that infantry. The Tiger got distracted, didn't see them. He will see them soon. I mean, I don't understand why it doesn't use one of these hay bales. Just protect yourself with that. Yeah, now it's gonna get shot. The more you reverse, the more in the open you are. Look at this. This is gonna die here. Finally, a Stuart helping this area, but it's a bit late. I mean, they got wiped. I'm just waiting for this 76 to die. Yeah, one hit in. I called it in. I know this spot is very good for armor for the Axis. And now they see you flaming. Now they can shoot. Yeah, the tree saved you. Okay. Let's see if Dandridon can nail through the trees the second shot on the side. Very close. Good job, Theoden, realizing this is the spot. Well, they have to hold. Meanwhile, the front door, they reinstituted the heavy precision on... What is that? It's gonna die. Yeah, it died. Is it a medium? Okay. Medium destroyed. Good kill for... Who's commanding today in PF? I didn't check. Let's see who has more. Is him. I don't know who's commanding today. For Pathfinders. Yeah, this is more like it. This is 76. They should be afraid of you, not you of them. They're just little rats with legs. You know, they have no armor. You can shoot them. What I will be doing is HCing all those trees and HCing the barn and HCing everything. I don't. Could be devastating. Could be devastating. This infantry needs to help the tank. Clearly, needs to make a better job. Yeah, getting out of the line of sight of the tiger. This is. They should be pushing probably from here, right? You could push, smoke and push, using the wall. Be here, you're gonna get farmed by the tank. Speaking about tanks and farming, let's take a quick look at the stats here. Mark Tally and Quick Killer leading the charts with around 39, 35, 40 kills each. Then it's all allies. Our threat is making a climb as well. Meanwhile, this tank has not learned the lesson not to rewind. Didn't learn the lesson. Maybe they don't know that spot. I mean, they should know there's a tiger in there. They're repairing, but 2 side shots, you die. Well, good for Dandridon, and I was calling that out miles away. I don't think they know there's a tiger in there. They should know. That position is dominant. That position controls basically F and G. So that's why I'm calling for armor to push with infantry on this side. Even you can go west bend and flank over here. This area is too open. Really, really open to that spot. Okay, so that was the team stats. Let's check top player today. 40 kills. Mark is farming. Armor scoreboard, let's compare. Dan, just with that kill on the 76, is leading the game with 35 kills. And second is Too Easy from the other mediums per Purdler as well, 21. And we see on the ally side, pretty low on kills so far. 15, 12, 11, the gunners. Let's see the top melee. No one killed anyone with a knife or a shovel. Shame. Let's see top anti-tank. People with bazooka. Interesting to see the Axis leading the bazooka game today. Very, very interesting. Domo, Armadillo, Green Bastard, and Bert with 4 and 5 kills today. Very, very interesting. Usually, not only is it PF weak spot, but also Axis weak spot. Very few people are willing to go Kar 98 with the Panzerschreck in hand. But today, that has been very good. Okay, this is a better spot for armor. They were playing too low earlier. They're bringing a medium and another heavy. PF have made tremendous progress on the left. This is amazing, and we saw this the armor helping them too. There was a medium earlier, and then there was a few luxes that help PF really make. Look at this beautiful progress on this side. Kudos to Malo and Flint Rider. They kept pushing. They kept the OPs up. And now that allows them to start not only crossfiring. Look at Tally. Tally made it to this golden prime real estate. This building is awesome. To crossfire into the point. Artillery is doing a number also on infantry. This is looking better and better. On this side of the map. Even front door, we have some people with satchels getting really close. The smokes are helping them push, but yeah, grenades don't care about smoke. The splash is nasty, very nasty. Kudos, I mean, this is foil, right? You had to crawl like a snail and do a little bit of role playing, a little bit of real life tactics, crawl and smoke. But that's why infantry really hate foil. I find it fun as infantry, as well as Kursk. I love those. You had to play differently. That's all you had to do. You had to play differently. Amazing job here by the flanking team. Now making it to Harkup. Progress we see on the bars. Moving the needle. Nice to see Green Bastard rolling with the Kar 98. Two bazooka shots. And this is amazing. He's running in the open. There's no one controlling the open fields. Where is everyone? He just made it to the... Amazing job here. Ah, you're a party pooper. No fun. Now that this tank made it here, yeah, just farm the infantry. Don't pay attention to the armor. Just look at the infantry on the point and get out of here. Put your tank here. We need more smoke, I think. Look at this smoke curtain. Love to see that. What we need now is a little bit more luck and people in these trenches, and we're good to go. This tank doesn't even care about repairing. They killed the TC. This is a truck? Supply truck, yeah. I mean, at least this medium, they need to come here, right? They need to go around, use the low terrain. Two SLs, 3 SLs are making progress. So this is what's going on, right? This flanking commitment, it has moved people away from Dugout Barn, where they were earlier. And basically has... they pulled resources from the front door. So then G, B, and A, they're going to try to push. While PF tries to catch them early. Like, make progress on Harkup before they get pushed on their second point. So this is really important development for the game. Whoever makes progress first is going to have a huge advantage. Amazingly, that truck survived. I don't understand how that truck survived, but the driver died. But if you get in, probably you can drop a box, right? Like a quick box drop. Or not. Just get in and poop a box. It will fall right here. You can get a Gary. They bring a truck and they bring supplies. Interesting. Okay, so they move people away from here. They put it here. And now They're losing ground here. They don't need the whole compound, right? They just need these two houses. They need this house and they need this house. And Tali needs to be here, prone, MGing all those people there. What was that? That was a greyhound? No, a puma. A puma. Okay, half the match is gone. We are on 47 minutes on the clock. Tali's trying to climb. There you go. He got sniped before he could shoot a single bullet. Captain over there, taking my boy down. Shout out to Tali, by the way. Tali Broski is the reason most of the casters now can use this live stats. So thank you, Tali. Follow him on Instagram or YouTube. Front door, we have another prime spot here. Das Orcs with the MG. This probably has... I'm surprised Das Orcs is not in the top killer list. This is a really nice spot for MG farming. He's not even in the top 10. Incredible. He's on a kill streak though. 5 kills, let's go. Caster's Curse, who? Let's go. Yeah, that's the problem. Artillery is a bitch. Ooh! Gordon Bombay, was that? Who was that? Best of. Not paying attention, but he ate the rocket to the face. We can pick up the pieces. Anyone wants a barbecue? Wow. The monsters come from the smoke. This is this is a whole W strategy. With the Thompson. Killer Kind. Come on, kid. And this tank is starting to feel the pressure. So people dying with the Thompson. Probably they heard. Okay, Dynasty needs to guide this tank. They heard the Thompson and it's like, yeah, is it an officer or is that? Yeah. Good maneuver there by Thumper. That's why you tank with your ears too, not just with your eyes. That was a veteran move by Thumper. You hear the Thompson, you get ready for the satchel on the wrong side, right? Because if you're parked like this, you know they're gonna come from behind. So he reversed, looked for those two openings, and got the kill. Brilliant maneuver. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, but we saw this is huge progress by WTH War. I mean, they pushed all the squads that were here to reduce to one tank and one OP. It's a balancing game, right? When you push here, they push you here. When you push on the east, they push you on the west, and vice versa. But I like what's going on here for the allies. They are bringing a Stewie. The Stewie is really, 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 really good tank. Particularly for this kind of like open maps. 58 cheese, so... they could do before they bring the bazooka. This could be a disaster. If they take your piece quickly, there's no way to stop a moving light tank like this. We'll see. See if Green Bastards can stay alive to put bazookas on him. As long as we don't see bazookas close, this steward is gonna farm. So tiny, but so powerful if you don't have the bazookas on the right spot. Nice shot. Okay, we see Arthrites heard the Stewie and got ready, but missed the first shot. Nice job now by Green Bastard. Gets removed. Who is this gunner? Amazing. Don Dave. Very good job. He's being, I don't know, by accident or knowing, but he's been wiping all the ATs, like boom, boom. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Did he wipe the OP? He did not. Another running in the open moment. Oh, wow! It got tally. But now you're in the wow! That was amazing play. You would think the person with the cover will win this gunfight. 4th kill in a row. 5 kills in a row. That's as far as you get. That's what happens when you're not in cover. Ooh, that was a weak one. That was. It needs more. It needs more Viagra. That bazooka. Come on. Chuck some pills. Yeah, you can do it. It needs more. It needs more manliness. Come on. Pume? No, bro. You need to aim at this corner right here. You're shooting. Oh, probably he thinks the OP is in the trench. That's valid. Okay, that should have removed it. Yeah, OP removed. I take that back. Spit that Viagra out. You did okay. Interesting. Where are the PF players here? They disappeared. Infiltration by 3 SLs on the western flank as well. The point is flank battery, but all this is enveloping the front door, right? So if they make it to Foy and then come from behind, they interrupt the tanks coming to the point quickly, and they make you turn, right? Instead of looking south, you got to look sideways, and then these tanks push. Everything is dangerous if you don't stop it on time. 39 minutes on the clock. Very, very even match so far. Still a 3-2, very stable for HCD War, but we see a lot of dynamism. We see pressure in different parts of the map. We see points east and west that change hands. Sometimes pressure on the hard cap. It's like a game of chess. Mark still leading the stats. Mark has been leading the whole game, the stats. Really good job today by him. Just with a rifle. Just with a Gewehr, probably. Gewehr 43. We saw some progress on the far east, but again, there's a balancing act. You make progress and then they reinforce and you lose it. Okay, I want to see that medium. I don't know if they marked it. We see the 75 making... I mean, the Tiger here somehow died. And now we see a medium. I missed that. It wasn't a precision. I don't know what it was. The Panther is still alive. And here we see the crew coming back. Was that an AT gun? Yep. Love to see that. Potato and... Oh, it's giving engine up! They missed the second shot. I don't understand why they don't break the line. Just leave the road, bro. Driver, go right. Yeah. Bro, you have left like... Okay. So there's a thing called break the line of sight, right? When you're running away from a shot. It was engine once. It says move, zigzag, go somewhere else. He just drove straight up for 70 meters. Good job, Potato and Joe Mama. Shout out, Potato. From TL. Very clever AT gun. Made to control the armor here. I don't understand why they turn and gave ass. I mean, it's an AT gun. You need to learn the damage, right? The amount of damage you lose on your hull or your turret gives you an idea if it's a bazooka, it's a tank, or it's an AT gun. If it's an AT gun, you have 3 shots. You need to turn around, find it, and kill it before it kills you. Running away in a straight line, it won't help you. The weakness of an AT gun is it won't turn left and right quickly. So if you move even out of bounds, or you put objects behind you as you run away, you make the AT gun to move, and then you earn seconds of life. They might miss, you might survive. Just run in a straight line, and they're gonna keep hitting you. A pity losing a medium. I thought it was flanking this, but it's just pushing the road, and then they panicked and ran away. Front door is re-established. They got pushed back. And now the Allies have to defend behind cover once again. I hear the engine of a heavy. Yeah. This is what I wanted to see way earlier, like as soon as they capped, as soon as they got the first heavy. This is the top building for the heavy. This is the way to counteract a Tiger here or a Panther here. Let's put the highlights. So from here you can see sometimes those tanks peeking, and also you see tanks in that area. That's artillery. PF due. Put in some smoke. I don't know if you want the smoke that back. I thought you want the smoke in the front door, no? Okay, it's adjusting, it's adjusting. But you need the smoke a little bit shorter in this case. You want it in these trenches, you want it in the front door. We see the Panther peeking, try to get an angle, but it won't get an angle necessarily. It's very tiny, the opening. Maybe you have turret. Yeah, too low. They're too low. Yeah, you see only the top of the turret. That's why this building is good. And the best part is that you deny any armor that makes it in this area, like we saw earlier. 2P4 is trying to make a crossfire. Okay, the smoke. Those were 3 rounds of smoke. I mean, you had to commit a little bit more. You had to put it shorter and give me like 6, 7, 10 smokes, something that to build up smoke. I mean, those were 3 rounds of smoke here, wrongly placed, and then you abandon the spot, and all this, you condemn these people to die. Killer King. Oh! Oh! That's artillery rounds. That's artillery for you. That's artillery that hurts. This OB, it's a little bit provocative. Get it, put it here now. Commander Tinky burns the OB. No pants. Commander Stinky is wearing no pants today. He got removed, but he burned the OP. He did his job. Not Timo, okay. Yeah, artillery is doing a number on these poor people. He got shot by Rare. Is that the sound of his machine gun? Yeah. Look, if you're Axis and you need to push this, it's death. I want my machine gun over here. Where's my machine gun over here? Can they climb over here? I don't know if this should be also a building. Poor Thumper and Peddler. They get dragged into armor. They don't want to play armor. Comp armor is boring, and I agree. What is this? They sneaked in through West Bend. They put an airhead. This tank is completely unaware. These people are absolutely unaware. They're gonna take this Gary. Satchels? Hello? Gordon, let me know if you have the satchel. No, you have the bazooka. I wouldn't even shoot it. I wouldn't even shoot it. Yeah. Now, maybe. Who was that? That was the heavy? This tank. Doof Magoof. Okay. We're shooting turrets. Yeah, he's gonna live. Oh, saved by the bell. Oh my god, he ate it in the face. Okay. This I like. They got a kill on an early mark. Put some mines on this road as well. German mines are nasty to spot. This is an area to put mines, right? Since you spawn all here, just put mines for the next 2Es and the next 76s. Sulu burped. I Joe Mama. Making inroads. I mean, that 76 was, I think, completely unaware that there were people behind them. This could be it. 28 minutes left. These people entering this square might put this tank in danger. I don't think Sulu should be running north. I think Sulu should be running with these people. Should be running back and north. They're gonna activate some... You're gonna expect some Gary here, no? And Joe Mama is going the wrong way. The tank is north. No, Joe Mama, no! Sorry to catch that. This is killable by a grenade. You were assault. Probably you had a grenade. Kill it with a grenade. Bert correcting the issue. 2 snipers in the back line. What is this? A new game? This is Armory Forger. You just parachuted 2 snipers in the back line. Yeah, Joe Mama should have gone hopping, and try to get to that 76. I think it was a misplay, going for the artillery gun. I mean, I don't know what to make about this. They sneaked behind and they all ran away, make noise, let everyone know there was a Gary in the back line. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I mean, now that tank knows there's people behind, when you get a one more Gary, you need to be very quiet. Hello? The fuck is that? It's not on the ground because the ground is not white. It was not black. It hit the tank. It hit the tank and it didn't die. What is this witchcraft? Okay, next update. They need to fix the precision strikes. Team 17. If you're not listening. Oh, bullshit. Gary gone. Yeah. I think PF misplayed this. This is not the first time I see PF do this to themselves. You got this, and the first thing they do, they run north. They don't even kill the Gary. They run north. They got an airhead. I mean, put a Gary here and stay quiet. Put mines on the road. Sneak in some missiles. You know, be quiet. Be sneaky. They all have the team spawned here. And they all run all directions. North. Here, they bazooka a Gary. They bazooka a tank. They run here. 1 went south. 2 went north. The snipers all around. That was very sloppy. Very, very sloppy, if I may say so. And they missed up. That was a missed opportunity to recap this with 24 minutes. The timing was perfect. They were unlucky with the precision strike, granted. But that's why you're sneaky. You're sneaky. Only an SL. Only 2 SLs, 3 SLs. Very sneaky. Not moving a lot. Not activating nothing. And then you give a precision mark on this tank. A good one. You try to kill the tank. And you try to... When the Gary's up, the whole team spawns there. Not this randomness of people running around in the open, picking targets with different weapons. I was very undisciplined, very unlucky. And I don't know if they're gonna get a second chance, because now Kilo is gonna be waiting for you. Kilo took notice of that. That was very unfortunate. That's what I mentioned at the beginning, that when the difference in team experience, right? When you're an experienced team, you don't spawn in a Wamo airhead or Wamo Gary or Wamo OP with random stuff and do a lot of noise. The whole reason of sneaking someone behind lines like this is to get supplies and a Gary, so that the whole teams can spawn, or half the team can spawn in there. Certainly all of defense spawns there, and then you instantly get cap pressure on the point. And then that's a front door and an enveloping push from the back. That was unfortunate. Okay. The Allies are trying... This killed absolutely nothing. It was a blind, a blind bombing run, if you ever see one. And there was no recon plane, no flare, just winged it. And it was unlucky. Didn't kill a single thing. Didn't even damage the Panther, I think. The Panther is intact. Yeah, very unlucky bombing run. Now, let's see this. Supplies. This guy should not be here. Let's see the difference. Let's go to Cobra. See? Whoopi is extra here. Whoopi should not be moving. Should be in the building. If ever, if at all you spawn in here, stop moving. Stop moving. Camp the shit out of this building. And certainly don't fire and miss. What is this shit? So every time you fire, they know that's a German weapon and there's people here. So Vidar is gonna take the garrison probably. But Vidar is looking the wrong way. But what is this shit? What is this dude doing here? Shouldn't be here. Only supplies and SLs. This guy's running in the open. Like, try better. You run in the open, they see where you're coming from. Even if they don't shoot you, they know where you're coming from. Your friend just died on the right. Look that way. Yeah. Look at this rifleman. What the heck are these riflemen doing here? And this was a supply guy before. You put a box and you leave the role alone. Someone else will take the second. I mean, don't hug the support role, right? Makes no sense. Sorry, I'm critical here, but I'm seeing this misplay by... What is an MG doing here too? If you're an MG, at least get into the windows of Cobra Factory. Just running in the open, like, mindlessly. They could be on the road, pushing the city. They're, like, open. They run in the open here. But there's no... You know what I mean? Like, one goes here, one goes there. Like, it's so random. So it's no mission. There's no point. Like, let's all push this point, control the buildings, get behind them. They're just so random. If you do, at least find the Gary. Yeah, not a lot of game sense, brother. Like, come on. It's just like he didn't even kill the guy and went for the Gary. Like, come on. You whiffed the shots. So everyone knows that there's a Gary in this sector because people are coming from here. Just they get close and they block it. That's it. Good job. Good job. That's why you spawn bazookas or support. That's all you do in a Wamo. This is kind of ridiculous. Ken Peaches is blocking the Gary. The Gary cannot spawn anymore. It's gonna burn the OP, and that's it. That's how you misplay a Wamo Gary. OP still up, but it's gonna be burned by proxy. Keep running. There you go. And then you keep sniffing. You know they're not gonna spawn because you're blocking it. You have all the time in the world. The game is starting to end. 15 minutes for capping. 17 on the clock. HTD War still controls the front door, the circle, and is still struggling for this left side of the point. This was a back and forth, but yeah, you cannot do everything. So the people struggling in here in the north are not here. Now they're going to repush. We've been seeing this all day today. It's been very stable, very back and forth. Zulu's trying once again. Now instead of an OP from Kilo, now we have a Gary. 2 Garys to sense where they might be, right? Fluffy's OP gets wiped. She was unlucky. She was surrounded by 3 Garys. She removed 2 of them, or 2 were repositioned, I think. But the OPs now is wiped. Now the Heavy, for the first time in the whole game, the first time actually he died, but the second time in the whole game, trying to come from here. Gary goes up. This is more like it. This is more like it, right? You're quiet. Gary was removed by Gordon Bombay, so now they know there's someone here. Pressure coming from tanks. And soft cap. Bert with the engineering role. I hope you put in mind. Probably has a satchel roll. Come on, Sulu. Yeah, satchel roll. Sulu should be telling you there's a tank here. He's turning around. Major push with 4 tanks. Okay. I'm sorry, Bert, but I need to... This is going to be a satchel. Yeah, 100%. The spotter has no idea. You're going to hit a tree. Please don't. Jump on the back. Ooh, almost. Okay. He's going to stop for a second at some point and going to get satcheled. Believe me. And we saw 3 tanks and a 4th pushing. This is the real battle right here. The Heavy decided to go behind the box. That was a truck, not a tank. We see another tank over there pushing. Bert gets taken down, couldn't satchel. Tank in the open, hello. P4. He gets taken down by the other Heavy. This Heavy takes him down. The satchel didn't work. That's what I said like 30 minutes ago. Put mines in these roads. That Heavy would have been at least wounded or dead from mines in the forest. If they had been quiet when they had their airhead and put mines on these roads, this would have never happened. That tank would have survived. I mean, not because I know the future, just because if you make it to the backlines, you need to sabotage, right? You need to make the most out of it. And you need to be quiet for that. You need to be only the necessary people. P4 went down, Heavy went down. Now they have a Tiger being harassed, died. So Theoden's tank got 2 kills. Critical timing for this tank. Critical timing, nice maneuver. It came here, took down 2 Heavies. I'm probably gonna take this other medium as well. This medium is gonna be... It's not in view yet. When they repair here, that medium is gonna be in trouble. Well, they're not gonna gather so many tanks back again that quickly. They're gonna take a heavy. I could not see. Yes, it's heavy. A Puma. And that's it. I don't even know if they have enough fuel. Yeah, and you have to be careful with the half trucks too, because they take 2 of the 6 vehicles, right? You can only spawn 6 vehicles at a time. If you spawn a supply truck, then you have 3 slots only for tanks. Okay, they're gonna come with a Panther and a Tiger. Last attempt. Mega flare here by Klinge. They never removed that Gary. I don't... Oh, well, that's defensive. That's defensive. Okay. They did remove the Gary. Who's here? Savali. Another push coming up. Let's see. Joe Mama can satchel. Gets taken down. It's a nice gathering of PF players in the north, but let's see. I don't know. Is this... Oh my god, they got killed. That's a satcheler. Oh, they're gonna lose. They wiped the OP. God, they wiped the OP. The guy spawned right after. Didn't put the satchel. Did not. How unfortunate. Okay, they lost the gunner and the TC. Maybe too many people on defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a tank. 5, 6. 6 and a tank. Maybe a little bit too much for 10 minutes. And now it's a little bit late for the Wamo. That's why when 25 minutes, that was such a crucial, nice timing for that Wamo. P4 receives a shot from the heavy. Yeah, knowing it's a medium, they might push him. The Tiger made it already? Yes. Tiger is ready. So inadvertently, that P4 is working as a bait. Good discipline by this tank, not over pushing. 7 minutes to cap. I would say great job by HTD taking care of the bike lines every single time. Fluffy here, and Sulu trying a Wamo a few times. Very nice job. They just abandoned this? Okay. They're gonna take the medium? Maybe. They took a heavy. Okay. Let's see if this Tiger can kill this tank. Yep. The bait worked. And inadvertently, but it worked. Yeah, this is gonna go down. Boom. That was side and front. Next one is side again. Kaboom. Good job, Perdler. Great gunner. He pushed without knowing that there was another tank. He killed the medium. No, the medium right away. The medium right away. Yeah, it was inadvertently. It was a very nice bait. I'm pretty confident it was not planned. The B4 got smacked and reversed, and then in the retreat, one of them got overconfident, pushed in the open without using cover. Even if it's a medium, you just run from cover to cover, right? You can kill it from here or from here. It's just when, you know, with the nose first here into the open, not knowing, and it got punished. Now it's gonna be medium versus medium. How lucky. They don't have a spotter. They don't have a spotter, so they don't have no clue. They do have a spotter. Come on, look right. Yeah, hold. You're gonna get satchel. No need to hold. You can keep driving and not get satchel. This is a mistake I also make a lot of times. Just stop because I see a tank. You have to keep running. You have to keep running. You have a satchel in your ass. You have to keep running and you can shoot on the move. A good gunner should be able to shoot on the move. I understand they were probably concerned about this tank, but yeah, unfortunate. Maybe they were not concerned about this tank because they're showing up. You cheeky bastard. You cheeky bastard. 3 minutes and something left for PF to cap. Very interesting. So far, I would say a good game by PF on and all. Still a lot of... Okay, they lose another heavy. They lose the Panther now. They could have done a much better job with that Wamo, and they might have at least get pressure on the point from the south, but sadly they misplayed that. Huge push from the front. Artillery is gonna reposition itself over here in a few seconds. Who's in artillery today? Ham. Yeah. So blood right here should be marking the crap out of all these people. And then artillery should be falling in the front door. Otherwise you are HCD and you realize there's no blues, and you realize they're not coming from here, they're not coming from the south, they're coming from the front. So artillery should be here now. PF charging with bayonets. Come on, artillery. Where's artillery? Artillery is too far away. PF charge the bayonets. R2 put a OP in the trench. This could be huge for PF. Tankers picking up the rifle. Heavy stayed alive and measure its push. This could be huge. This could be huge. This tank is gonna be behind cover, but that 76 is gonna be a problem. This fucking smoke is ruining the game. 1 and 2. Huge play by this Tiger. It might win the game. It got satcheled on the side. I don't know where the spotter was looking at. And when they go down, unfortunately, it will be the end. 2 tanks together? Oh my god! Yeah, when the Tiger dies, if they die. The satchel is... okay, taking forever. Now we see progress for blue. Unfortunately, Infantry couldn't cover the Tiger. Unfortunate for PF. 25 seconds. Actually, it's a minute, so they have a minute extra because they're halfway capped. There's another attempt with who's in this tank. Try to find them. Zach Richter. They see the medium, no? The medium is not moving. He decides to repair. What? You decide to repair instead of moving? What the hell? Move out of there. You're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you had to keep moving. At least drive around and burn no peace. Okay, GG. Very interesting finish over there. Almost they spoiled the game for HTD, but HTD reacted properly. 3-2 victory for HTD War. The combination of these two teams versus PF today. We're gonna do a quick shout out to Mark, 116 today. These are the stats. Top infantry, Mark with 116. Tally with the MG. Das Orcs finally made it to the top. We were talking about him not being in the top 10 being weird with the MG in a nice spot, and now he climbed to 78 kills. RDubs as well, 76. And is even. And kill. I mean, the US Army killed 120 more overall. And then infantry, the big difference, 330 kills more. Of course, Germans have better snipers, so 60 to 4. Armor was superior. Germany in this case, 100 more kills. Artillery for the Allies made the big difference today. 137 versus 65. 65 is unacceptable, I would say. Unacceptable for a game, a map like Foy. 65 is too low. Let's give it to Klinge. It was annoying as a backline SL. It did a very good job flipping around some of the PF infantry to overreact to some of its stepping on Garys in the backline and distracted many parts. Also in Kobaru, he had a big role there. A few misplays. Both teams, I would say, they misplayed the one time they had a good chance with a Wamo Gary. Although for the Allies, the Wamo Gary was in Kobaru, was just a flanking maneuver. But for PF was the chance to come back into the game, and they spawned all kinds of loadouts. They ran away. They spread around. They activated every single beacon and spawn for the Allies, and they spoiled their own really good tactic of an airhead and a Gary on the forest on N30 highway. That was it for today. This is week 1 of the Challengers group. This is the group stage still. I hope you enjoyed the game. That was all from me. I will be casting earlier today a division. I don't remember the name of the division, but one division, Division 3, one division below this. The Derby, if I may say so, the Derby of Latin America, Vanguardia versus the combination of Ronin and Legion Condor, or Condor Legion. So Ronin and Condor Legion are playing together in this tournament, and it's going to be a Brazilian team, Vanguardia, versus a an Argentine / South American team, Ronin and Legión Condor. We hope it's going to be a very even, very interesting match. Ronin recently defeated Vanguardia in one of the semifinals for the Latin American tournament, and then went on to win the final. Ronin defeated Legión Condor in that tournament. So they're the reigning champions of the Latin American region. And today we're going to see this derby, a very interesting match. Like always, we don't know 30 minutes before the game, we don't know which map, which factions, so it's going to be a surprise. Tune in. Cap K also is going to be casting that match later on. So if you have a free evening on a Sunday and you want to tune in, you're welcome to do so. It will be here also on Twitch. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to the HTD War combined team. Really nice game by them today. I'll see you all later on, or if not, next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.